Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be swapping out our radio. We recently picked up a new one on Amazon. Should give us hands-free Apple CarPlay, and it doesn't cost like $600 or $800 like the factory RAM one does. So I'm interested to see how it works, so let's get into this right here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have to take apart this middle section right here. We're going to go on ahead and pop up, there's a little cover up on the top right up here. We're going to pop that out, and then underneath there's going to be some bolts that we can take out of here. So to pop it out, to open it up, you just take a little flathead screwdriver, stick it under here a little bit, and this will pop out. And then up at the very top, you're going to have two Torx bits that we're going to get right now. With the Torx bits taken out, we should be able to just give this a little tug. The rest of it's just held in with some speed clips from my understanding. So just going to kind of pull up, get up here and pull on it a little bit, and it should start to pop out here. All right, in order to get the radio out here, we're going to need to take out these. There's going to be 4 bolts, 2 over here and 2 over here, and they are going to be a size 7. So just get those out of there, and then it should pop on out right here. Okay, now to disconnect these cables right here, these actually have little buttons. You just got to push on the bottom, and then it should pop on off right here when you push it and disconnect it here. So that is all there is to removing your radio out of your RAM. All right, so let's get this new radio out and let's check it out right here. Now this is a no-name brand radio. I just picked this up on Amazon. I just wanted to see how it would work and see if it was worth it. Definitely a lot cheaper though than buying a real head unit from a newer RAM. With Apple CarPlay. Those run like $600 on up right there, plus you have to get a new bezel and a whole bunch of stuff depending on which one you get. So this one, I think I should be able to use my existing bezel and it should just go into the stock hole. So if you guys are interested in this, there will be an Amazon affiliate link in the description below for you guys if you want to check it out and pick one up. Again, the reason why I went with it though is just because it's quite a bit cheaper than going with a factory head unit. So hopefully this will be pretty good. All right, so as you guys can see, these are pretty much the same size. The overall height is exactly the same. Might be a tiny bit off, but it should be pretty close. But this should mount right in place of our old one. And the thing that I like about this one right here is a lot of the newer ones that they have out, the no-name ones as well, they don't have any controls. It's just a screen. I do like having the knob, for the volume and stuff like that. So again, hopefully this should work out pretty good. We'll get it in and we'll see how it works here. And this is what our factory connector should connect into right here. This should plug into right here. Okay, so here's for the antenna. And then it looks like we have a external USB port that we can go on ahead and get hooked up right here as well. Oh, nice. It looks like it actually has 2 external USB ports. Okay, now most of these are labeled right here. So this is going to be like for the camera in, 12-volt output to the camera. So multiple things like that. So I don't have this thing did not come with a manual, unfortunately. So I've got the basic hookups plugged into it right here. So I'm just going to start connecting them. I'm going to power it up, see how it does. And if I need to kind of, rewire anything or change anything, I'll do that. But I'm going to just start with plugging it all in and seeing how it works from here. So let's get on it here. So we've got the radio installed right here. It's not permanent right now. I'm still kind of messing around with some stuff right here, but nice thing is I turn on the car, radio turns right on. It also, when you adjust your settings down here for your fan speed or your temperature control, it actually shows you what it's doing right here on the screen, which mine never did that before, so it's pretty cool. It connects to Apple CarPlay very quickly. So right now it's syncing up to my phone wirelessly, so I don't have to plug it in, and it pops right up onto there. So really nice. If I want to go listen to the radio, I can just hit menu and I can click on the radio button, and it's right there. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty quick. It's not bad for a no-name radio. The next step is I'm going to be trying to figure out the reverse camera on it. I'll show you guys when I go to hit the reverse on it right here. I get a blank screen with some lines, and you can see how they move when I turn the wheel, but my camera's not registering yet. So it's probably one of the yellow RCA type connectors back there. I still have one extra harness to plug into the back, so maybe these connect to each other. I don't know yet. I'm going to play around with that a little bit more. Minus that, you know, the radio works pretty good, as well as the Bluetooth. You know, that's been working all right so far. So yeah, you know, overall I'm pretty happy with it right here. I'm still learning all the buttons right here, but so far it's working pretty cool. So I'm gonna play with this a little bit, see if I can get the reverse camera working, and I'll update you guys in a little bit here. I think I got everything figured out here, guys. So I was just missing this connector that goes into the system right here. It's only got about 3 wires coming off of it. One of them is your camera in, and then off of the main harness right here, there's another yellow one for the camera right here, Cam CVBS Plus. So I just connected these two together right here just to see if that would do it, and it looks like it gave me my backup camera. So that's pretty awesome right there. Other than that, I mean, it's not bad. It's only what, 1, 2, 3 connections on the back of the radio for the harness right here. You got your main harness, you got your camera, and then you have this wire right here that plugs into this gray connector. So yeah, everything works pretty good. The only connection that does not hook up onto this radio is this. I believe this is for maybe my XM radio, which, to be honest, I never really used it anyways, so really not too concerned about that. Everything else seems to be working now. This also does have a GPS hookup, so I just kind of wired that up and just kind of tossed it in behind the dash right here. It's working okay. I think I'll place it a little bit better so it's not just kind of dangling in there. But yeah, everything else is working pretty good right here. So I'm gonna put this GPS antenna somewhere in the dash right here so it's not flopping around in there. But other than that, I'd say it's working pretty good, guys. Like I said, the only thing that is not hooked up from the factory stuff right here is this antenna, which I'm not positive, but I think that is from my Sirius radio, which I never used in anyways. So yeah, so let's get this all put back together here, and let's turn it on now. Let's make sure everything works good and go from there. Okay, everybody, so this is what I have left over from the install. I have no clue what this is. Maybe a speaker of some sort. I did not use that. It also came with a mic, an external mic. I did not use that. It also came with this harness that you can plug into the back with a whole bunch of extra stuff. I didn't use that. It came with a little spudger and a screwdriver. Didn't use that. And then it came with 2 USB ports. I didn't use either of these either because after playing around with it, both my USB works in my truck still, so I don't really see the need to use those. And then also I did find the manual for it. The manual does have some good information into there. It describes, you know, how to do wireless Android Auto as well as wireless CarPlay. It tells you, you know, a couple of the screens. And then there's also an actual vehicle setting you can get into right here to make sure, I guess, that it's the right vehicle, set for your right vehicle. I haven't really gotten into that and played around with it much right here, but it says you can go to your car type settings, and the passcode for it is 6 zeros, so 0000000. And from there you can go more in depth on your settings. I haven't done that. It's been working from when I plugged it in right here, and then it also has kind of how to plug in the stuff and where to plug it into. So this is definitely a good help right here. It's not really long. It's, you know, only several pages for the beginning of it, and then it goes to just the different languages, but it definitely did help looking through this a bit right here. So good news is it does come with it. I think I just took it out when I first got it to look over it a little bit and forgot where I put it. So everything else is working great, and I'll give you guys an update if it starts not to work at all, but so far it's been working awesome. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.